So I wanted to bring this story to you because I think it highlights a point related to our Walmart story yesterday. Yesterday there was the Walmart incident. A 19-year-old started a fight and ended up getting shot and taken to the hospital. A lot of people might come to that and be like, well, why does a 19-year-old have a gun? They shouldn't be allowed to have a gun. Shouldn't be allowed to have that until you're at least like 21, that magical age. Well, the Second Amendment doesn't actually state an age that your rights start at. And I think this particular case here actually highlights that relatively well. So, a man is killed after an assault inside an Akron home. Here in Akron, Ohio, a 24-year-old man is fatally shot after police rushed inside. Police say he rushed inside an Akron home and assaulted another man early Sunday morning. This happened on December 22nd around 4 a.m. Shiloh Smith is the 24-year-old's name. And so let's kind of see what happened here. When the door was opened, he knocked and the door was opened, the two men, Shiloh and another subject, rushed the door. The 24-year-old man began assaulting a 23-year-old man inside, presumably the man that answered the door. During the altercation, a 19-year-old man, and this is why I think it's very important, grabbed his own firearm and then shot one single shot, hitting, they say the victim in here, I'm going to say the aggressor, the person who broke into the home or barged in after the door was open. The 24-year-old man left the home and collapsed outside where he was first found by first responders. He was taken to the hospital. Unfortunately, he did not make it. After that, the officers just detained everybody else that was there, so several people. The shooter and the other subjects were also all detained, interviewed, and released because this case is still under investigation. They are looking at it in the realm of a self-defense. So that being said, so far it looks like the 19-year-old, as long as the story, as far as the 24-year-old and the other subject rush in the door after being knocked on. If that's the case, hopefully he'll be found as justified self-defense. So I wanted to bring this particular story because I think it highlights particularly the need for people of all ages to have, or all reasonable ages, or honestly, let's say all ages, to have that access to the firearm. We had that story a couple of days ago about the 12-year-old who defended his mother's life. This here is a 19-year-old protecting presumably his roommate or a friend, at least a associate of some sort, from an assault by somebody breaking, rushing their door after he was knocking. If people say, okay, let's take away all the guns. Let's just make it so that way the 19-year-old shouldn't have a gun and stuff like that. Well, what would have this man had to defend his life and his friend's life? Not much. That also to say, it reminds me of that story where they heard there was those folks at that apartment. They heard pounding and beating on their door. It's a great video, and the people at the residence, one of them has an AR-15. He ended up going and grabbing it, making ready, and as soon as that door was breached and broken open, he actually chased him out. And if I recall correctly, there was actually no shots fired. They saw the gun and they ran. In this case, he did shoot. He shot once, and unfortunately, he didn't. The victim, or the person that broke in, didn't make it. But that's what happens when you put yourself in a risk of, you're trying to break into somebody's house, stupid games, stupid prices kind of deal. So I'm inclined to, as long as the story is as stated, 24-year-old beating the 23-year-old, 19 taking actions to step in and defend his colleague's life. If those are all good, then I would say the 19-year-old's justified, and that this should just be moved on. The fellow subject, the other man that brushed the door, should definitely be charged with aggravated assault, or at least charged and tried. And if he's found guilty, proper channels, proper punishments. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Get down in those comments. Let me know, do you think 19-year-olds should be able to have a firearm? Do you think 19-year-olds shouldn't? Let me know what your thoughts are as far as that. Should this 19-year-old have armed himself to take care of business? Again, we saw that other story of the 12-year-old. This is a 19-year-old. Let me know what your thoughts are on people under that magic age of 21 having a firearm. If you found use for this video, if you could hit that thumbs up, give me a like. If you want more information, more news related to the Second Amendment when it comes to self-defense and the violent world around us, hit subscribe. My name's Steven with Armed Culture, and I'll talk to you soon.